Hey everybody, Mr. Patak here. So this is going to be our second real Latin assignment through our online course. What we're going to do today is I'm going to read you this story from your book called Hermogenes. I've got like illustrations and pictures. I'm going to go a little bit slower on it and take my time to explain it on it today. Because I noticed that although some of you guys did, almost everybody did an excellent job on the last assignment, there was some people that had a little bit of trouble. So this assignment, this is your whole assignment for the week, though your one assignment for the whole week. So you can come to this video, you can watch a little bit of it, you can do a little bit of your assignment, and then save it for later. I did have a few people wait until the last moment, and they didn't get their assignment completed last week. You have the whole week to do this assignment. If it is not done at the end of the week, I'm just going to shrug and say, well, you're the one that waited the whole week, so I'm not going to give you a make-up opportunity unless you let me know ahead of time that you were having like issues or technical issues or something like that. You can't wait until Sunday when it's due, like an hour before it's due, and let me know. Anyway, so I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to talk it down. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to go slow. After I'm done doing that, go and complete the Google form. That's the thing you actually have to turn in to me. All right. So, So I'm taking all of these sentences and I'm going to do them one at a time. Let's get started. The story is called, by the way, Hermogenes. Number 1, Caecilius est in foro. So this is my Caecilius here. Est, he is, in foro, in the forum. This is called the forum here. It's where the Romans would go to do business and trade and things like that. So, by the way, I'm going to be giving you a lot of the complete answers, so you can take notes on this and then just, type them into the assignment later, because the assignment is going to be translating. I'm not going to give you answers for every single one. I'm going to give you, I'm going to break it down for you. Some of them I'm going to leave up to you and say, you have to type in the word into your online dictionary or something like that. All right. So this first one, Caecilius is in the forum. Caecilius in foro argentariam habet. Caecilius habet. What do you think habet means? Habet. Caecilius habet, this thing, and argentaria in foro. And so notice, by the way, the word is argentaria, banker's stall. But once Caecilius does something to it, I'll tell you what habet means. It means has. So once Caecilius has it, it goes from argentaria to argentarium. And the reason for that is to let you know that you have to come back to it with the verb. So Caecilius has a banker's stall in the forum. This is our next character in the story. His name is Hermogenes. Hermogenes ad forum venit. I'm going to let you figure out what this one means. If you don't know what the word ad or venit is, you can type it into your online dictionary. Hermogenes ad forum venit. For Hermogenes est mercator Graecus. So Hermogenes is a merchant Graecus. Now it's backwards in English. In English, you're going to put Graecus in front because Graecus means Greek, someone from the country of Greece. In Latin, the adjective will sometimes come in the end. So in Latin, it's merchant Greek. In English, it's Greek merchant. So sometimes you're going to have to reverse the order. Hermogenes is a Greek merchant. Mercator nawem habet. All right, so notice again, nawes means ship, but in the sentence it's nawem. They are the same thing. They're doing different jobs. Nawes is the regular version. Nawem is telling you to come back after you go to the verb. Telling you it's the object, in other words. So think about what this sentence has to mean. We saw habet a couple sentences ago, has. Mercator nawem habet. And by the way, the book is saying Mercator, not Hermogenes, but they're the same thing. So when your translation, make sure that you do the right one. Number 6, Mercator caecilium salutat. I'm going to leave this one up to you as well. Notice again, it goes from caecilius to caecilium, letting you know he is the object. Seven. Ego sum mercator Graecus inquit Hermogenes. So Hermogenes is talking about himself. So he's saying sum, I am. I am a Greek merchant, said Hermogenes. The word sum is very, very important. If you don't have it, I want you to write it down now. Sum, I am, est, you are, est, he, she, or it is. The endings go M-S-T. M-S-T. I am, you are, he, she, or it is. Sum est. Next, he says again, ego sum mercator probus. I am, so we know this is I am a merchant. Now, we don't know what probus means. I'm going to leave that one up to you for a couple reasons. I couldn't find a picture for probus. It's not something you can easily put into a picture, and it's good for you to find your own stuff sometimes anyway. So, figure out what probus means on your own. Just as a hint, I mean, he's introducing himself to Caecilius. So what sorts of things are you going to say about yourself when you're introducing yourself? Number 9, ego pecuniam quairo. So this is pecunia here, money. He says quairo. So let's figure out what that means. Our regular verb endings are OST. O means I. S means you. T means he, she, or it. Over here I gave you the verb quairo except for the first one. So if quairit is he, she, or it is looking for, quairis you are looking for, what's quairo? So he says, ego pecuniam quairo. What's the sentence have to mean? Number 10, now it's Caecilius talking. Cur tu pecuniam quairis inquit Caecilius. Let's look over here again for what this word means. Quairo, I am looking for. Quairis, now I'm missing the S one. Remember, O-S-T. O means I, S means you, T means he, she, or it. So, Hermogenes, came and said, I'm looking for money. Shouldn't have said that, but anyway. Caecilius says, cur tu pecuniam quairis. What's the logical thing for cur to mean? Someone comes up to you and says, hey, I want to do this thing. I want this thing from you. What are some questions you might ask? Cur. If you don't know, type it into your online dictionary. Then Caecilius points out, tu nawem habes. Tu nawem habes. We've already seen habet, he, she, or it has. We have habeo, I have. What's habes with the S? O-S-T. O means I, S means you, T means he, she, or it. So Hermogenes is not happy. He says, Sed navis non adest, respondit Hermogenes. Adest is actually a version of this word here, ad sum. Ad sum, I am here. Ades, you are here. Adest, he, she, it is here. It's a word that uses sum on the end. So sum es est plus ad. So he says, the ship is not here. What does sed have to mean then? Caecilius points out, you have a ship. And then he responds, sed navis non adest. Responds Hermogenes. He says, navis est in Graecia. Navis est in Graecia. So his ship is in the country of Greece, in Graecia. I like to think it's in the middle of like the land too, a place where like no ship could possibly go. And he's like really confused how it got there. But he says his ship is in Greece. 14. Ego pecuniam non habeo. Okay, pecunia, money. So he says, I do not have pecuniam, money. Remember, you change to an M when it is the object. You cannot say pecunia in this sentence. It wouldn't make any sense. 15. Ego tamen sum probus. I want you to kind of look up tamen on your own. And probus you should have already seen. That's one of the ones I asked you to look up on your own already. So he's trying to prove himself to Caecilius that Caecilius will give him a loan. Because Caecilius isn't going to give him a loan if he doesn't like him. Now he's continuing to talk. He says, ego semper pecuniam reddo. Reddo is this word right here. Reddo, redis, redit, O-S-T. Reddo blank, redis, you give back. Redit, he, she, it gives back. So what's reddo? Ego semper pecuniam reddo. I blank money. Look up semper if you don't know it. All right, and now Caecilius takes out this thing, a kera, wax tablet. Caecilius says, ecce, look, I have a wax tablet. Ego keram habeo. So, look, Caecilius says, I have a wax tablet. Then he asks him another question. Tu annulum habes? Tu is you. Tu annulum habes. Annulus is ring, annulum, object form. So, he's asking him a question. Caecilius asks him, do you have a ring? So, think about why he's asking him this, by the way. And it is going to be important. Caecilius takes out a wax tablet and asks him if he has a ring. Oh, there we go. It wasn't accepting my input for a second. All right, next, 18. Hermogenes says, ego annulum habeo. I have a ring, responds Hermogenes. In Latin, it's common if someone asks you a question, it's like, do you have a ring? You respond, I have a ring. Ego annulum habeo. It's not actually normal to respond with like yes in Latin. So someone asks in Latin like, do you like to sleep? You say back, I like to sleep. Someone says, do you like coffee? I like coffee. You don't usually say yes in Latin. That's not the way the language works. So Caecilius asks him, do you have a ring? He responds, I have a ring. And this is the important here. He says, Hermogenes says, annulus signum habet. The ring has a seal. And not a seal like an animal, a seal as in like a pattern on the front of it. Like a pattern that you can like push into something and the pattern would stay. So the ring has a seal. And notice something really important about this sentence. We said that annulus was ring. In this sentence, it's still annulus. The ring has. But in this sentence up here, he says, I have annulum. I have a ring. He says that because it's the object. You're coming back to it. In this one, the ring is actually my subject. The ring is doing the action has. So it stays annulus. Very important. Hopefully, please take a note of that and why it does that. Ring is subject here. Ring is object here. In 20, he says, Hermogenes says, ecce ego signum incera in primo. So he's taking the seal and he's pushing it into the wax tablet. He's doing this sort of like a signature. In ancient times, you didn't have a lot of paper laying around, so you couldn't necessarily just give signatures. Not everybody knew how to write, that sort of thing. So a common way to give, to prove that you had signed a contract or something, was to use the ring and push the ring into the wax tablet, and there you go. You have that's like the guy's signature, basically. So finally, Caecilius pecuniam tradit. Figure out what tradit means on your own. Mercator pecuniam capit. Et and et e foro, out of the forum, e foro currit. Figure out what currit has to mean on your own. 23. Ehu Hermogenes non revenit. So Caecilius is here looking all sad and angry because Hermogenes non revenit. So Caecilius gave him money and Hermogenes non revenit. Figure out what this means on your own. 24. Mercator pecuniam non reddit. Again, figure this one out on your own. We actually saw reddo and redis and reddit already. And our last sentence here. Caecilius Hermogenem ad basilicam vocat. Caecilius calls Hermogenes ad basilicam. Figure out that part on your own. Ad basilicam. Notice, by the way, again, another really important thing. This is Hermogenes here, how we've always seen him throughout the entire story. Everything above was Hermogenes. But now it's all of a sudden Hermogenem. Because for the first time in this story, he's not our subject. Caecilius is calling him. So we change his ending to Hermogenem. Okay, so that is the entire story called Hermogenes. So once you're done with this video, go and complete the Google form. You're just going to be translating the sentences that I just went over. Most of them, I think I gave you a basic translation of. There are some that you have to figure out on your own. Just use the dictionary. If you have trouble, let me know. And don't wait until the last moment. You have all week. This is an assignment that lasts the entire week. And that's it, guys. I will see you later. Bye. Wale.